Okay, hello everybody. I'm recording this video to showcase to all of our executives two things. The first is going to be our new updated UMTA website, and the second is going to be the new piece of software that we're going to be using to judge and score all of our future mock trial and moot court competitions. So I want your feedback on both things, but particularly the software, as there is a little bit more complexity and a lot more like decision making choices that can go into actually the design of the platform. So I would really like your guys' input, whether it be like back end input or whether it just be like stylistic, move the logo here, move it there, change the way that people can sign in, change the way that scores are released, etc. So um, I would, yeah, mostly like the input on the scoring software, but any input on the website is welcomed as well. So on the website, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. You can take a look at it yourself at umta.ca. There are three things that I want to highlight. First is the executive team tab. We currently only have the four of us on the steering committee who are on the page. So I would obviously like to add all of us executives to the page. So please send me your headshots and your blurbs. Try to copy the style of the descriptions that Joseph and I have, because we actually wrote these. Garvits and Obbies are just placeholders for the moment, so we're still going to get their actual blurbs as well. So send me your headshots and your descriptions, and we will get everything posted. Hopefully before the September semester begins. The next tab is the recordings and resources. So this is very long overdue, but we're finally going to begin recording the grand finals for each one of our moots and our mocks, and we're going to post them on our site. The Don Rodzik moot, where we traditionally host all of our finalists, is terrifically outfitted with an audio visual system that we've just never taken advantage of. So we're going to take advantage of it going forward, and we're going to post everything on the site. This will be good both for the visibility of the association at large, but also the visibility of the individuals who made it to the finals. We're also going to post videos, tips and tricks videos, what is moot, what is mock, objections, etc. The other tab that is new is the white papers tab. So this is essentially going to be a section where our members can submit and post and publish their work, their legal work, whether it be a thesis that they wrote throughout the course of their coursework, whether it be an essay that they wrote in their free time that's legal or legal adjacent. They can come on here and they can publish it. So if you have anything currently, feel free to shoot me an email and we'll get that up on here shortly. I have some of my own things that I plan on throwing up on this page. So don't be shy on that front. Okay, so that is the website. Now we're going to get into the actual piece of software. So there are four tabs, three of which are portals. The administration portal is going to be basically the admin dashboard where the people who are running the competition can sign in and move things around and tinker around as needed, so that the competition can run seamlessly. Then we're going to have the competitor portal. The competitors, they'll be given a team code and they can sign in. They can see their schedule and they can see the scores that they received, feedback that they got, etc. Lastly is the judge portal where the judge can sign in. They are also given an access code that is unique to them where they can go in and input scores for each team that they've seen, submit rankings, and then give both individual feedback and overall feedback to the teams that they judge. And then, so those are the three portals. Then we have the standings page here where the teams who are advancing from day one to day two are announced. So those are the four sections on the main page. So I'll show you briefly the administration portal here. So um, just to sign in, I don't have any security on here at the moment, so you can literally put anything in and it will sign you in and bring you to the admin dashboard. This gives you an overview of what rounds are uh, about to happen or have happened, and who has submitted their score sheets, things like that. So it gives you a very, very strong overview of the competition's goings on. There are a few things that I want to highlight on here. The first is going to be the Teams tab. So as you can see, I just have some demo data. Um, Not real teams, but it's very, very easy to add a team. So we can just put the team name in, school name if we're hosting an out of town competition. As of now, it's likely just going to be University of Windsor, so we don't really need to put that. Competitor name, competitor two name, and then we can even upload a photo very easily. And now we have a team, and if there is interest in uploading a profile picture, then uh, the competitor can uh, submit their picture. As you can see, a code was generated for this team. And if we want to sign in as this team, so at the outset of the competition, we're going to give all of the codes to all of the respective teams so they can sign in and view their scores. So we'll just show you how the login works here. Um, so we copied their code, and then you can click View Team. Now they don't have any data yet. They haven't participated in any rounds, so there's nothing to look at quite yet for them. Just going back to this here, to the Teams tab, it's very easy to remove a team or, change things. So now the person's name has changed, and we can just we'll delete the team. So as easy as it is to add and remove teams, it is just as easy to do so with a judge. So we can do Judge Joe, for example, and we can add Judge Joe. So um, let's just remove Judge Joe very quickly, and I'll show you something. So on the schedule tab, this is where we can make the rounds. So we currently have day one, we have day one, round one, and then we have three different matchups that are happening. We have round two, again, three different matchups, round three, and then nothing for day two yet. But let's say we wanted to do not another round. We'll keep it to 3 rounds, in the day, but we wanna do another matchup. We have 2 extra teams. We can easily, add another room, we can add another team, and that's, very easy there. We can just remove that matchup as well. So, as you can see, we can change the judges who are, um, going to be, uh, actually uh, judging the match. So, uh, as you can see, I have uh, all three judges that are available are assigned to all three rooms. So you can see that gives an error. You can't have three people in three different places at the same time. So in the moot court, let's just do Judge Larkin. So we're going to click on Judge Tremblay and Judge O'Day. So now it's just Judge Larkin in the moot. 202. We'll do just Judge Tremblay, and then we'll do just O'Day in 201. So very easy to move the judges around. Um, if we wanted to add a judge, which I was showing you earlier, we can go Judge Joe, add judge. Now he's here and he gets his own login code. So we can go to the judge portal, log in as Judge Joe, but Judge Joe, as you can see, doesn't have any rounds assigned to him. So there's nothing for him to see here. So what the administrator has to do is on the schedule page, they have to now assign Judge Joe to a room. So, okay, for round one, we'll put Judge Joe in the moot court with Judge Larkin. So now you can see in the moot court, we have Larkin and Joe. If we go back to Judge Joe's sign in judge page here, he is now assigned round one in the moot court to watch the learned hands and habeas corpus, or however that's pronounced. Must be a legal term. I've never heard of it. Don't ask me what it is. Anyways, Judge Joe can now, that he has been assigned to the team, go in and assign scores to people. So, oh, okay, we have Matthew Livingstone. Obviously, he's going to be scoring extremely highly, and then we'll give him some feedback. Joseph, unfortunately, he caught the cold the day earlier, and he wasn't very good, wasn't on his game, so he didn't get the greatest scores from Judge Joe. And we got some overall team feedback, and Judge Joe can submit the scorecard here, and as it shows, it is submitted. So if we were to go and we wanted to see, we're the learned hands. Okay, I'm Matthew and my teammate Joseph. We want to go and see our scores for that round. All that we have to do is go to the code that was assigned to us before the competition. And so in this case, it's the team demo one for the learned hands. And you would go to the competitor sign in, which is right here. You put your code in, and then you can view your scorecards. However, these scorecards, as you can see, are not released yet. And the reason for this is pretty simple. The administrator has not clicked the release scorecards button. So for the administrator to do that, they would go to the results tab here and they would click this button, release scorecards to teams. Now, uh, I think presumably the scorecards would be released at the end of the day. So after the 3 rounds, after all of the score sheets have been submitted, and at the same time as the announcement for who is advancing to day two is released, the scorecards would be released. So essentially, these buttons would be pressed at the same time. So, uh, by way of example, we will click release scores to teams. And now, if we go back to the competitor sign in for the learned hands, both Matthew and Joseph can see the scores that they received. Amazing score for Matthew, very underwhelming for Joseph. And then we have the feedback. So this is how the scoring is released, and at the same time, like I mentioned, the standings would be announced. So who is advancing now throughout the day as the score sheets are submitted? The engine will conduct a series of computations to determine who the top 4 scoring teams are in this case. But if we so like who the top 4 teams are that will advance to day 2. If there is a much bigger tournament and we want to advance 8 teams like we've done in the past, then it will show the top 8 teams who had the highest scores, etc. Um, and have merited a day 2, a shot at the trophy. So, for announcing the scores, the administrator will just click announce button here, and very easily, if we just go to the standings on the main page here, then the scores for the top 6 teams in this scenario, have been announced, and these are the actual standings. Now, I'd like to get your feedback. Maybe we add the scores in as well. Maybe not because the central scoring component for us isn't the actual numerical score, it's the rank that you get throughout the day. So maybe we just keep it as the ranks 1 through 6, as opposed to 1 through 6 plus the overall score that they got or the average score that they got. Anyways, I'd like some thoughts on that. If for some reason there was an issue and something went wrong, the scores that were released were incorrect, we can quickly, as the administrator, withdraw the scores, and now there's nothing on the standings page. The standings page is, well, it's dead. It's gone. Nothing announced yet. So that is the new software that we're going to be using. I didn't cover everything in here. Um, uh, it's very easy to like add a room. Like you can add room DFD, and now you can, you know, change matchups accordingly. It's very easy to just move teams around. So team A, Amicus attack can go against reasonable doubts very easily. We just change that, but now there's an error because Amicus attack can't compete twice, etc. So there's a lot of guardrails, I think, um for the administrator. It's kind of hard to like screw up the matchups. So should be pretty foolproof, but if there are any sort of suggestions for the software in general, or even just going back to the website, if there's any suggestions for the website, I would love to take the feedback and implement those changes. So thank you for listening to me yap about for 15 minutes, and have a great day.